Sometimes when I'm dreaming, I'll think, I'll remember this. I'll make a film of it. It's a sort of occupational disease. Ingmar Bergman said this in a 1968 interview. Not only does this remark reveal Bergman's tendency to refashion the stuff of his unconscious into art, it also implies that the director could control his thoughts while asleep. Was Bergman indeed a lucid dreamer, taking notes for future projects while deep in slumber? Such an in-betweenness, of existing on the precipice separating dreams and reality, informs Bergman's cinema. His films overflow with images that appear dreamlike, whether or not they take place in a character's dreams. He claimed that this flashback sequence from Sawdust and Tinsel, for instance, about a clown's humiliation at the hands of his wife, is an almost exact representation of something he had dreamed. Bergman's is a world of profound existential fears, of sexual anxieties, of demonic visitations. What we're watching frequently feels like a spontaneous manifestation of its maker's unconscious. Bergman cited August Strindberg's 1901 A Dream play as a major source of inspiration. Written after the playwright had a mental breakdown, A Dream play is considered a landmark for the way it follows a fluid dream logic, and for how it engaged with modern Freudian psychology in its treatment of the unconscious. Another key text for Bergman is Victor Sjöström's 1921 silent classic, The Phantom Carriage. In this fable, which had a huge impact on Bergman, a wayward man is given a premonition of a doomed afterlife. Is it a guilt-induced fever dream, or a genuine supernatural voyage? The films of Ingmar Bergman thrive on such ambiguity. But what does it mean to call Bergman's films dreamlike? It's not just reflective of his artistic temperament. It gets at a truth about cinema itself. Bergman said, "No other art medium, neither painting nor poetry, can communicate the specific quality of the dream as well as the film can. In a dream, time and space no longer exist, and cinema is uniquely equipped to alter viewers' perception of those properties. An unconventional camera angle, an abrupt cut, an unexpected sound. The very basics of filmmaking can clue us in that what we're watching cannot be trusted as real." We can't trust reality on film any more than we can in dreams. Bergman's work suggests that dreaming is cinema's natural state. The most vividly realized dream world of Bergman's career takes shape in 1957's Wild Strawberries, which features some of the most memorable evocations of the unconscious in cinematic history, often invoked alongside Hitchcock's surreal Dali design sequence from Spellbound. The director said he based many of the film's images on his own dreams and nightmares. Its perspective emanates from a single consciousness, that of Itzhak Borg, an elderly professor of bacteriology played by Victor Sjöström. About to receive an honorary degree from his alma mater, Itzhak is feeling ruminative, and is therefore susceptible to intense dreams. Wild Strawberries is a psychic journey as much as a physical one. He has lost his way among empty streets and ruined houses. Clocks without hands mock him, reminders of his own mortality. Later, the dream world will seep into the real one, when his mother gives him his late father's watch, also handless. Could the invisible coachman of this hearse be the one who drives the phantom carriage itself? Whereas the first nightmare concerned a terror of the future, The second is dogged by regrets over the past and professional humiliations. When asked to identify a specimen under a microscope, for example, he can only see a fragmented reflection of his own eye. The doctor's first duty, written on the blackboard, is in a strange language he cannot decode. When he's asked to inspect a cadaver, it ends up laughing at him. Another mocking corpse, this time in Bergman's 1968 film Hour of the Wolf. This, his most consistently nightmarish movie, is the gothic vision of an artist trapped in his own head. Like much of his work in the decades after Wild Strawberries, it plunges into a world teetering on the edge of the supernatural. The second half of Bergman's career is when his demons and monsters really come out of the shadows. The Passion of Anna, Cries and Whispers, Autumn Sonata. These films all seem to take place in a fragile twilight, as though a sharp ray of sunlight could burst in and cause it all to evaporate. Foregoing a concrete sense of time and place, Bergman instead shifts focus to interior spaces. Few filmmakers have ever reached so far inside. 1982's Fanny and Alexander, which Bergman originally intended as his last film, ends with the grandmother character quoting Strindberg's preface to a dream play. Everything can happen. Everything is possible and probable. Time and space do not exist. On a flimsy framework of reality, the imagination spins, weaving new patterns. With this grace note, it's clear that Bergman wants to leave viewers considering his cinematic output as made up of dreams. A boundless world. It's a life's work from which, if we're lucky, the cinematic world will never wake up.